Hello and welcome to another episode of Shine Kibera News. We endeavor to give you the best, even as we soar higher and higher. We live it and love it. We take you on a journey through this wonderful place and hope that you enjoy. My name is Sylvia Adhiambo. Coming up, Kibera turning into a graffiti playground. And a young bodybuilder from Kibera eyeing for Olympic glory. Kibera is turning into a graffiti playground. Creative artists are provided with clean walls by the residents to produce some of the best works of art. Take a look.
Art in Kibera is growing each day as creative minds are given free rein regarding the concept of the art. Beautiful colors adorn the streets of Kibera. The walls have been covered with graffiti art by some of the well-known artists in the country. Most of the art carry important messages. Here at DC, there is a tree that emphasizes on love and tolerance. This picture of a girl taking a selfie highlights the importance of being responsible. The old man on this wall is encouraging the kids to be disciplined. The residents have allowed great freedom to the artists. Their potential is unlimited. Just give them freedom to explore and be themselves. This is quite a fascinating project, considering that graffiti has always had a bad reputation. Now everyone is embracing it. On your way to Otiende, past Bombolulu, you'll see this picture symbolizing courage. Cynthia Mora, reporting for Shine Kibera News, Kibera.
Now, the 11th annual Kibera Music Festival took place earlier this month at Girls High School. Over 50 schools from Kibera took part.
Kibera Music Festival is a big event here. Many schools take part. It is an opportunity for nurturing talent in various fields. My school was taking part in this year's event. A bit of a rehearsal at school, followed by a prayer, and off we go. The events were happening at Girls High School. It is just a walking distance from my school. From Olympic, we passed through to a market. It took us 30 minutes, I guess. My school was among the first to arrive. In a short while, a big field was filled with children from different schools.
The reason for this music festival, one is to give our young pupils and students in primary, pre-primary, primary and high school an opportunity to showcase their talent. And I think over the years we've achieved that goal. If we look at the presentations that our schools do in the National Music Festival, most of them go far up to the national level, and that is a big achievement for us.
Kibera Music Festival has been around for quite some time. I can see a lot of colorful participants ready to ours. And this is the first time that my school Shine Kibera is taking part. Will they get something to smile about? Well, let's wait and see. I went around asking the participants on what they expect.
Today we've just come here to win, nothing else. We've been practicing for this day. Yes.
I expect to win so that tomorrow we may get many trophies as we can.
Kukuru kakara, the train moves, wriggling and rumbling on the slopes. Wait for more.
Many pupils seemed optimistic.
My name is Maureen Jendeka. I'm in Red Rose Primary School. Today I will expect my school to perform well and at least we be number 1.
We have been training so really hard to come for this competition today, and we hope that we will win because we have practiced hard and hard.
My experience for today is that we win and we learn more, mostly about the 4 agendas that the president applied, and we also wish a well recovery to our MP, Honorable Ken Okoth, and we wish everybody well, the participants to pass and just to enjoy.
We had wonderful presentations. This dance by Bagadi Highway caught my attention. We had a lot of traditional dancers and singing games, all wonderfully done. Young children showed a lot of confidence too.
And lorries. Then he helped them drive slowly.
Like this little girl from Kibera School for Girls.
They have to work hard because when you work hard, you'll just be with your work and you just buy your parents a big house. Like my wish is to be big and buy for my parents a big house.
The fashionistas graced the stage with some nice moves and color.
I'm wearing a dinner gown from Lamore, and I believe the modern woman should dress in clothes that are tight enough to show that she's a woman and loose enough to show that she's a lady.
The judges were clear on what they were looking for.
Iwapo anaweza kuibua hisia ambazo zimejitokeza katika shairi. Kwa mfano ikiwa ni huzuni, tuone kwamba anahuzunika. Ikiwa ni furaha, vivyo hivyo. Ikiwa ana matumaini, kama vile ajenda 4 zinaleta matumaini kwa nchi yetu, tuone hivyo, naamini kwamba kuna matumaini.
You really need to do a lot of research about the fashion show. There were very few participants. I had to give another chance to another school because they realized, oh, we are supposed to do something else that we didn't do. Other schools had only 2 participants or 3, others 4.
When I came here, I was so hopeful, thinking that we will get some trophies, but it turned out that this was our last day. To the winning teams, congratulations.
Today's winners will present their items to important guests Sunday. It's your boy Justus Mutua for Shine Kibera News, Nairobi.
Emmanuel fell in love with a tuk-tuk as a mechanic. He learned the skills immediately after high school. Since then, he never looked back. He's now one of the best mechanics in Kibera. Tilview has the story.
A bolt at a time. And this motorcycle will be up and running. Emmanuel is an exceptional young man. He has fallen in love with the tuk-tuk as a mechanic.
Mimi nilipomaliza shule nikaona sina njia nyingine, na kuna mzee fulani alikuwa anafanya hii kazi. Sasa nikamuuliza kwanza ni kama anaweza nifunza pia. Niliona hii kazi ni nzuri na inanifaidisha. Kuna vitu kadhaa amefanya tena kwa hii kazi. Mzee kanikubalia, akanifunza kazi. Ndio nikakuja hapa hivi, nikaandikwa hapa. Maana nafanya hapa hivi.
The young men in Kenya are struggling a lot to make ends meet. And here in Kibera, like the other parts of the country, there are challenges.
Si urauka mapema. Na baridi pia unaweza kuwa mgonjwa. Tena changamoto zingine hizi nini kuingia chini yake lazima unatega hii kitu inasimama juu ya chuma. Kama hujaweka vizuri pia wakati mwingine unaona imekuangukia.
Emmanuel's passion to mend these machines has pushed him to break economic boundaries.
Kazi yangu imenisaidia kuna vile inanilipia nyumba. Kuna biashara fulani, kuna duka fulani nimefungua pale kutoka kwa hii kazi yangu. Na pia inalisha familia yetu. Kazi ni kazi tu. Bora ikuletee kitu. Yaani bora jioni kwenda kitu. Usichague kazi eti kazi ni safi ya usafi ama kazi ni chafu. Kazi ni kazi. Haijalishi umesoma umefika wapi ama hujasoma, lakini bora jioni ukuwe na kitu chako mfukoni, usiibe.
His specialty is wide and has attracted clients from all over Kibera.
Mimi hufanya kazi nzuri, makastoma wengi wanaipenda. Hata mnaweza ona hii ilikuja ilikuwa tu chase peke yake, kazi yangu ikakuwa hivi. Watu wengi wanapenda kazi yangu, na hata hizi mnazoziona pale zinajaa kwa sababu ya kazi yangu bora naifanya. Mimi hufanya kazi ya customer kwa wakati ufaao. Customer akikuja anapata gari yake iko sawa, kazi yake imemfanyia iko sawa. Tena mimi mtu najua kuongea na customer wangu, mtu naelewana na customer.
Life has taught this 21-year-old lessons, and doing this work is what has kept him going despite all the challenges. He's now the master and supporter of his family.
We take a break now, and when we return, a young bodybuilder from Kibera eyeing for Olympic glory. And we talk to a soccer coach who is helping kids improve their skills on the field. Stay tuned. Welcome back. He started as a rugby player with an aim to keep fit. After some time, Marcus started to bodybuild. The sport has seen him win various awards, including clinching a second position in Kenya overall. The 23-year-old says he eyes for Mr. Olympia in years to come.
Meet Marcus, a bodybuilder from Kibera.
I'm the current Olympic champion and also champion for Mr. Kenya, number 2, under 21, 2019.
He trains hard each day. Ready for any competition that comes his way.
What inspired me to be a bodybuilder and or to get into a bodybuilding career is that when I was in school, I used to play rugby, and before I played rugby, I saw people playing rugby and they were fit and well. So I decided to start playing rugby. So in the process, I went into gymnastic activities so that I can be fit. And also, majorly what inspired me to get into bodybuilding career is that it has ever kept me busy since I'm from the slum here in Kibera. You know, most of the youths after the school, apart from because of the funds issues here and there, so it was hard for us to go to the university, and I could not keep myself in the slum engaging into criminal activities and drug issues. So I involved myself into bodybuilding career, of which it has ever kept me busy.
As he prepares for competition, the bigger hurdle is lack of funds.
Bodybuilding is very expensive career. Despite I'm in the slum and I'm be able to manage it, it's because I've tried to deny myself so many things here and there for me to maintain the diet and to maintain paying the gym, yeah, and also your sport attire. So I've really sacrificed myself by denying myself other things.
His future looks bright, where mental strength and physical condition is key.
This was my first trophy for weightlifting. I became number 2, position 2 with this. Then this one was Mr. Kamkunji here in Kibera. I became position 1. This one is I'm the champion. I'm the current champion in Kibera, and this is my current trophy, Mr. Kenya, under 21, 2019. This was my first medal when I became number 4 runners-up, my first competition. Number 1 heavyweight bodybuilding, Mr. Kamkunji. And overall position number 2, Mr. Kenya.
Marcus sets his sight in international glory, and he is aware that bodybuilding is frowned by many. The champion trendsetter would like to encourage young bodybuilders from Kibera to follow his dream.
Nowadays, bodybuilding, it has grown so big into an extent that you can find it in the internet. There are some things that you can research and you get it from the internet and go to the gym and you work it out. And also you can consult those who have achieved, like I did. So it is a career that it needs patience and a lot of dedication.
Despite the lack of support from the government, Marcus is confident of a spot in this year's tournament. He says his experience in past participation will guide him during his training. Justus Mutua reporting for Shine Kibera News, Nairobi.
With the limited resources, Coach Alan is trying his best to see kids from Kibera Slum get quality basic training in soccer. He set up camp at an open field in Nayani, next to the railway station. Our reporter Zulfa spoke to him about it.
Game is on. Lack of the right gear won't stop them. The ground is in a poor condition, of course. Now, this is not soccer ball, but volleyball. What drives them? Let's find out from the coach.
Normally, we start by stretching. Yeah? Stretch. After stretching, we warm up a bit so that at least we can put their minds into the game. Show them on toes. After which we start by basics. What are the basics? Passes, ball control, juggling, running. No, how to give a pass. Like for example, when I'm going to score, I don't expect you to give me pass behind. You put it in front so that I can control and focus at the goal. That's the way that I normally tell them and show them as well.
What made you start coaching?
I started it early enough. In fact, I can say I started when I was still playing football at Impala there. So immediately when the responsibility increased, so I had to quit the competitive football to come and also look for a way of living, or rather getting something on the table for my family. That is, yeah.
So what inspires you to coach?
Well, these kids have been, you see, whenever you see, they want to play football. They want to see, I want to be like Ronaldo. So me being a footballer, I managed to see that, this is the only way I can help these kids to instill the skills which I have in these kids, so that they also, whoever wants to play football can play football.
What's some kind of the challenges that you face when coaching the kids?
They come from a poor background. As you know, these slums, most of them, their family cannot provide for food and ABCD. So you find that when you want a kid to train, you have to push them. At times they come, they're hungry, they're telling me, coach, we didn't eat, I'm tired, I cannot play. So what I normally tell them, I give them morale. You just put on a little effort. One of these days, one of these good days, you'll be the one to help the family. These kids also, most of the parents, they're not giving the support it's needed. Because African, the way we were brought, they were brought in a way that you can only be successful in education. So when you play football, which means you don't want to be successful. So at times when you talk to parents, they oppose it. Although some of them have come to realize that even in football you can be successful. And also another challenge, you see, they don't have the training gear, the facilities. Most of them you can see that training with the so-called open shoes, which is not supposed to be. So you just encourage them. You come for training. It will be better one of these good days. It's dusty, and when especially when it rains, it's hell here. It's hell. It's muddy. A kid, you cannot control the ball here. You cannot play ball here. So it's all about struggle. We are born to struggle. So we are struggling with everything. But at the end of the day, we don't just sit because we don't have whatever we find. Even if it's all that challenging, we try to conquer it.
What kind of advice would you like to give to the boys who wants to play football?
Give them the morale. For these kids, you have to tell them, you have to encourage them, tell them, you can be like so and so. Because with the kid, if you discourage him, no, you not play football, instead you could have been a farmer. A kid will be discouraged. So you encourage them. You can be like Messi. You can be Zinedine Zidane. You can be anybody who you like.
Can you take us to the ropes of how you start your training?
Coaching entails the basics. You start with the basics, ball control, passes, how you give a pass. It's very, very important. Those are the basics. And then also you give them the morale. For these kids, you know, you have to tell them, you have to encourage them, tell them, okay, you can be like so and so. Because with the kid, if you discourage him, oh no, you not play football, this, instead you could have been a farmer. Not be a kid will be discouraged. So you encourage them. Okay, you can be like Messi, you can be Zinedine Zidane, you can be anybody who you like. Yeah, it's all about the attitude.
So what kind of achievements have you made?
The achievement I've made, because when I started coaching, we have footballers who have made it to the higher level. Like Ayub Timbe now is playing he formerly was playing for Anderlecht in Belgium. Now he was called for Arambe Stars, the Premier League. The likes of Kina Zizou, who is playing who is playing in Italy there. What I would like to, maybe to ask, because even if I tell the government, maybe I'll request, maybe the request is a good term. If the government can put the resources, money, if not allocation for the sport of for these kids, how do they put it? In academy, invest in academy. Because like now, even if let's not talk about Europe, talk about West Africa. They have been, they are not all that wealthy, but they have tried the level they can to invest in youth. Like these kids, when you invest in them, as the time they grows by, by the time they reach 20 or 18, they are professionals. They are professional. They don't need to go to Europe to be professional. They are professional within their soil. So that's a good investment in the youth. If the government will be able to do that, then I don't think, in fact, all Arambe Stars will be professionals. Like the country like Nigeria, all of the team, they are based in Europe. I'm looking forward to see one of these good days, even our players will be in Europe, all of them. Yeah. So by so doing, it doesn't require a lot. It doesn't require rocket science. To be serious a bit. To be serious. And then we'll be good to go.
Thank you so much, Coach Alan. It was nice having you.
Yeah, pleasure.
Well, hope you enjoyed being with us. If you are young and you'd like to be part of our news team, please feel free to reach us through the contact on the screen. For now, that's all we had for you. Be good and be smart. Bye and join us next time. My name is Sylvia Adhiambo.